What's up, beautiful people? Yes, here we are for another Wellness Wednesday. So, if this is your first live, welcome. If this is not your first live, welcome back. And if you are catching the replay, shout out to you for getting this good old wellness wisdom. But again, guys, happy Wednesday. Go ahead and tag your people, tag your friends, let them know that they are in for another treat as we are continuing to have some great guests, especially coming into 2025. Listen, we have some new topics, some new guests, and I'm super excited to continue to share this good old knowledge with you. And what you don't know is I'm also over here learning. So just like you're learning things from this live, I also learn things from when I'm doing these interviews as well. But again, yes, we are still here baking. But any day now, any day now. It's so interesting. I've learned a lot about the human body as I have been pregnant during this journey, and things that don't tell you, so much has changed, including my voice. No, I'm not sick or anything like that, but my voice started changing probably like 2 weeks ago, and I'm just like, okay, nobody told me that this would happen. I know about the facial features changing. I know about the little nose growing. It might get a little darker in some areas. But y'all didn't tell me my voice was gonna be be trying to disappear. But it's cool. I know it's for a beautiful cause. I can't wait to meet baby girl. And I also want to say thank you to several of you who have been reaching out. You guys have been DMing me, sending me messages, and just sending your prayers and well wishes. And I really want to say I appreciate it, and it does not go unnoticed. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, I just want to take the moment to say that. But again, as we are welcoming these people in, I also want to remind you about just sharing the word about E2M. I know everybody had that new year, new me. I'm in the gym, got my goals. Listen, I'm all for that. Yes, that's what we need. It's 2025, and if this is the time you need to set these new goals, then baby, let's do that. So go ahead and tell your family, tell your friends that they can sign up for E2M. They can sign up for E2M Premium, and let them know like what we're about. We have our good old wellness Wednesday talks, but we also have our good old workouts, our nutrition, our meal plans, and not we don't just stop here at E2M or E2M Premium. We have E2M Kitchen if they're interested in the meals and all the great things. So don't just listen to your friends talk about their goals. Actually help them. Help them try to achieve these goals. Sometimes people gotta want the help. You know, but for those who are like, oh man, I need to eat healthier, but I don't feel like cooking. Okay, baby, I got you. Go ahead and get these E2M kitchen meals, or they can join the E2M foodie page, which is free. And we also have our it was not just E2M recipes, but we have E2M recipes out as well as other recipes, healthy recipes over there as well. But it's not just recipes. We give like kitchen hacks and tips, and there's some videos over there, as well as featuring the kitchen meals. So there's so many things that we have to offer. And if you don't know everything and you want to learn more, then again, visit the website, e2mfitness.com, and we have all those things listed there. But we're gonna allow maybe like 30 more seconds. And today I'm super excited about today's guest. She is so beautiful. I can't wait till y'all see her. But she's gonna be talking about something that's a little different. Well, it's like I've heard of it, but I don't know nothing about it. So I'm ready to learn just as much as you. But we're gonna be talking about DNA testing today. And she's gonna definitely give you all her certifications of what she does and all these great things. But I am super excited to learn more about this DNA testing. But I want to let her come on in the room and introduce herself. Hello, hello.
Hi, Alicia.
How you doing? So listen,
I'm doing good.
I done told him the T. We're gonna be talking about DNA testing today. But before we get into that, let us know who you are and what you do.
Okay, I'm Denise Kennedy, and I am a holistic nutritionist and health coach. So I have several modalities I use, and DNA testing is one of those. But my specialty is helping people who have tried dieting over and over again, and it just doesn't seem to stick.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when we need to look at the reason and our relationship with food. And
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of specialize in that because guess what? That was me.
Mm-hmm.
Always starting a new diet, never being able to keep on it, or and eating at night for stress eating and things like
Oh.
that. Just so those kind of things are not about necessarily the food, but the reason that I'm eating.
Yeah, so you're not only just teaching it, you like, okay, I've lived this, I've experienced this,
Oh,
and I know it worked. I love that. All right, so we're gonna jump right into our first question about the DNA testing. So what does this test focus on?
so this is just an amazing informative test. It focuses on nutrition and lifestyle, which is why it goes so well with my practice.
Mm-hmm.
So, not all, I mean, so there are ancestry DNA tests out there and things like that where people were kind of really used to that kind of part of DNA testing. But this one actually goes into the nutrition and lifestyle. So the different athletic performance type of things. It'll tell us how the muscles are reacting according
Mm-hmm.
to what your genes are. And so it's really just a great tool. And DNA is a roadmap. It's not your destiny. So I have a lot of people say, oh, well, it's just in the genes. That's the way it's going to be. But we can change. So genes don't change. They're what they are, but
Yeah.
we can change the gene expression.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that. I know that expression, like, oh, it's just in the genes. So now I can tell people, no, that's not an
Yeah.
excuse.
That's right. That's right. We have everything to do with how the genes are expressing themselves through our lifestyle decisions.
Okay. All right. So what makes, you mentioned there's like other tests as well. What makes this DNA testing better or different than others?
Well, the really cool thing about this is that this company chose Oxford rated genes that have been proven. They've got enough research behind them that each one of these genes can be changed, even when they're not operating correctly, they can be changed with food, supplements, and exercise.
Mm.
So
Kind of
that's
like
the
what we
really,
got food, you got your meal plans here and eat to them, the exercise, right? But I feel that, okay. And
yes.
so with this too, and I know you mentioned it a little bit, but can you go a little bit more in detail of what this test actually reveals?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So the categories that the test focuses on, I can't mention all of them, but methylation, mental health, cognitive function, detoxification, hormone support. It tells about the thyroid, tells if, if you have a propensity for celiac or Alzheimer's. It tells all kinds of, like I said, athletic performance, DNA protection and repair. Those are the kind of things that if the body once we find out if the DNA protection and repair is low, not working well, we can change that because those are the types of things that lead to more um, intense diseases or chronic diseases, which we can stop. We can stop them in their tracks
Mm.
with this type of information from the test. So we test actually, well, I should start out to say we have 20 to 25,000 genes in the body,
Mhm.
and we test 92 genes and 112 SNPs, which are gene variants. And all of them are related to how the body is handling in everything in those categories like methylation and detoxification, hormone support, and things like that. So it's those categories and the genes within those categories. And so that's the really important part of knowing this so that we can change it if we need to, if it's not working. So, and we can go a little bit into that if you want to, of how. the body, what this test reveals in, so it's actually called Reveal My DNA. But so should I go ahead and go
Yeah,
on?
go ahead, honey. We here. We want to learn. We want to know.
Okay.
I'm here for all of it. Yes.
Okay. So with the really cool thing is with each one of these genes, so we have 20 to 25,000 genes, and how they operate is each parent, your mom and your dad, gave you, they're called an allele, but they're a portion of the gene. So you have one from mom and one from dad. If both of those are working, then we don't have any issues, and we can move right on. If mom gave you a non-working gene and dad gave you a working gene, now you've got a gene that's working 40 to 60% of the time or not working.
Okay.
So then the next category, and each one of these genes that is tested, it shows you where you fall in that. And the third category is if both parents give you a non-working gene. Now we've got a mutated gene that's just not working correctly. So, but again, the cool thing is that once we know that, this test tells us exactly what to do about it. It tells us what foods to be eating to correct this, what supplements to be taking, what exercise to be doing. So it fits perfectly with E2M, actually.
Yes, I love that. And this was many, 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 many years ago. I was in the mall, and this lady, of course, she was trying to sell like products, the like the perfume, makeup, that type of area. And she had the most beautiful skin. And she stopped us, and she was like, "Yes." And there was a book, granted, so many years ago, but it was like eating for my DNA, or pretty much eating for, or you eating based off your blood type or DNA or something like that. And
Yeah.
she was trying to granted we were young, but she was trying to educate us about that. And she was saying when she started eating for her blood type, I think there might have been something a little different now I think
Mm.
about it. But it was like, it changed her skin
Right.
and how she felt and all those things. And it was just so interesting because I just never heard of that. Um, but do you have any, and I know you probably can't go into too much detail for HIP and stuff like that, but do you have any scenarios or clients that when you told them their results, it just like blew their mind, or a certain story that you just was like, wow, my gene
But
said what?
yeah. Oh gosh, I have this with every client. Every client that I do, they go, "Oh my gosh, this explains so much." It's really funny because it really kind of confirms for a lot of people what they're feeling or why this isn't working or whatever. So the most fun one for me was this guy that we did his DNA, and I met with him, and so I'm really interested in all the little parts that we're helping that they just aren't working. And so
Yeah.
here we've got a plan. It's really exciting. And he gets to the part for the athletic performance, and it says in there that he has the potential to be an Olympian. He went, "Oh
Wow.
my gosh," he was like, I mean, I couldn't even get him down from the sky. It was like,
He was a
he
clown
was
now.
he was so excited
That's really
because
cool.
he was regularly working out, so you could tell he's in
Yeah.
good shape. But
Yeah.
now he knows he's got the potential for, I mean, and it talks about the muscle synapses and the repair and the quick things that the muscles do in retraction and repair, and that's what makes a good Olympian. So anyway, it explains more in the test. But when he read that, he went, "Oh my gosh, that was really
Pretty
funny."
cool though. That's pretty cool. I'm like, I want to get mine. Let's see where I fall in that category. So my next question is, how is this test taken?
Oh, it's the really good thing is it's just a cheek swab. All
Oh,
you do,
really?
that's all it is a cheek swab, one on one side and one on the other, and that's all
Oh,
it is. And then,
I'm about to come get my cheeks
oh,
swabbed.
oh yeah, that's right. And then you, when we send it in, then it takes about 28 days to get
Okay,
the results back.
that's pretty cool. And is there a certain age that you should be, or a certain time frame in your life that you should take this test, or?
No, it's really so again, remember genes never change. So whether you take this at 6 months old or 85 years old, it doesn't matter. Your genes never change. What we can change is the gene expression. So um, the really ideal candidate for this test, I first of all, I think everybody should take it just because it's so much information for you
That's what my
to
next question
really,
was. Yeah, who would be
yeah,
good candidates? So that's great.
yeah, to be proactive in stopping the formation of where the gene could go. So we have control over that. So, but it's also, so I think everybody should do it because it's great information, but also it gives us your entire DNA grocery list,
Hmm.
supplementation, and the exact exercises. And that comes with everybody's very specific results coming back to them based on your genotype. So that is taking into consider the entire genome, which is all the gene makeup in the body. So um, the it's a lot of information, and I feel like if somebody in particular has struggled with a difficult situation, like a just a symptom that has really followed them through a lot of years, and they go, geez, I tried this, I tried that, what's going on, why can't, and that's where the test can really clear up the mystery. A lot of times it really shows, and that's when I said before, people go, oh, this is, now it's making sense why this keeps happening to me.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to say first, thank you so much for just allowing us to get this good old knowledge about the DNA testing. I mean, and for those of you at home who are learning about this, my last question is how can we stay connected or where are you located if people are interested in either learning more or actually getting the test done?
Absolutely. You can go onto my website, which is totalwellnessacademy.com. And it's on there at one of the links at the top says DNA testing. So they can click on that. It gives a lot more information about epigenetics and just all kinds of things. And they can get a hold of me there. And, or I'm, yeah, that would be easier than even remembering my email.
Okay, I love it. I love it. And if we need to, we can put that in the comments after the live as well. But again, I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you yet for coming on here and giving us this knowledge for yet another great Wellness Wednesday. But before we get out of here, is there any last thing that you would like to share? Anything you're working on? Or
No, but I love that you guys have Wellness Wednesday because I actually have a Wednesday wellness newsletter
oh,
that
I
I
love
send out.
it.
So anybody would be welcome to get that as well. But I love what you guys are doing. You know, keeping everybody motivated and inspired to take care of themselves, and that's what I do.
I love it. I love it. Well, again, thank you guys. And y'all here. If you are interested, let us know in the comments and we'll be able to connect you so you'll be able to get that Wednesday Wellness newsletter. But until next time, God bless and I'll see you later.